Welcome back. I'm Devastation, and this is my Let's Play. So, if anybody was paying attention last season, I mentioned that I had gone on to the Turtle website and had found the cobblestone program that I was using. But I had mentioned that the reason I had gone on there was I was trying to report a bug to them. And I think I called it a glitch, but bug, glitch. And I kind of wanted to show people what that was. Because like I said, I'm still waiting on them to approve my application to so that I can actually post on their forum. Definitely, they don't have a good system for that. At least, I'm not experiencing a good experience with it, because it has not come to me. So what I've done is I've set up over here with my turtle, and I have not done anything except for I copied the I made a quick program to demonstrate the glitch, basically. So in here we have a program called iron, and I have a bucket of water, and this is basically what I've written real quick. Oops. To show how this glitch could be fully manipulated, shall we say. So let's go ahead and run this, and you'll see what happens here and how it could be abused. So basically, this is asking me how many times do I want to run this thing. I'm only going to run it once. And as you're seeing what's happening, it's trying to refuel from the bucket of water. And it's about to turn around and spit these out at me. It tried to refuel with a bucket of water, and buckets of water are not a fuel type. So it ended up, and it ends up making the bucket disappear. An empty bucket gets placed in the slot where it was, and then when it realizes that it can't refuel with water, it returns the full bucket back. And then my little code basically says, okay, take this empty bucket and fill it with water from below. And it does that. And then it turns around and retries to refuel from that bucket of water. And basically it keeps doing this until it's got a full inventory. And then it dumps all of the buckets. I want to destroy these because I do not want to keep them. I think it's just the code is not being executed in the right order. Oh, come on. There we go. So, obviously, that could easily be manipulated. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Dev, that's on your server there. You know, it's a private game. It won't work work like that in multiplayer. Actually, it does the exact same thing in multiplayer. I tried it on a very large server that's running Feed the Beast Ultimate, and it works there just as well as it worked right there for you guys to watch. I do want to get my one bucket back. That's a legitimate bucket, as is that one. And I need to get a pickaxe, and I don't have any pickaxes. We will make one out of thumbium. So, just wanted to show you guys that. Hopefully these guys will fix that. Maybe somebody will come across my video, see that that's like that, and they can post it on their forums in the bug section. But anyway, turtle. Turtle actually needs to be refueled. Let's get him filled up. Let's see. What is it? Turtle dot refuel. Yeah, I told you guys I can't spell. I want it to do it 64 times. And there we go. So if you wanted to see how far this thing could go, turtle dot get I think it's that. No. Oh. There we go. So he has enough fuel to move 20,480 blocks. That's a lot of blocks. And because we've named him, I can break him and it remembers the amount of fuel that he has. So, just like any program that I copy into his memory banks or enter into his memory banks, he'll remember, which is very useful. Again, the pick that's on his the side of him will never break. So very useful. Now, the next thing we need is a pulverizer, because I want to get out of this armor. I need to get the nano armor. Enough talk about nano armor. I need to get it. So we're going to head off. Wait. Let's make sure I've got all that. I've got copper. I've got gold and redstone. So, alright, you know what? We're just going to make this right now, and then we'll go head off and get some coal. So, I'm going to get situated and get the items I need for this, and I'll bring you right back. Alright. So, I didn't have any cobblestone, so I went to the forest and got some cobblestone and some flint. Something else I also needed. So we're going to make this up. We're going to need a few things here. This is easy enough to make. 2 and a gold piece. And we're going to need this. Oop, I'm going to need more glass. Might as well smelt all of this up. Yeah, it should do. And there, that, and there. piston. I love doing that. Alright, so over here, I think we will take 2 of those, that and that. Nope. That was close. Piston, alright. There we go. And I think I need 4 iron. No. One gold. There's the machine frame. Put that in there, and we have a pulverizer. Put that right next to our rolling machine. We're going to need another engine. And we're going to need a wrench. Alright, so an engine was... Oh, yes. Going to need some of this. Yeah, as you can see, it's raining. Need another one of these. STR. STI. Sterling. There we go. Cobble glass piston. Glass piston. Is the other piece? Yep. Nope. Oh, yes. Stone gears. I have one. So there's... Seriously? Alright. Glass, piston, cobble, stone gears. Okay. Now this is going to place wrong. Oh, it didn't. Interesting. What did I do? There it is. Lever. Alright. We will start with iron. So, just to review, if we put iron in here, then we'll put 1 in. Obviously, it's not going to do anything because there's no power. These engines will go through any fuel that you give them. If you don't turn them off, it just goes through it. So first thing it's going to do is going to charge up some power. And then once it hits enough power, it'll actually start to pulverize this iron ore. And what that's going to give us is 2 iron dust. And then I can take the iron dust, smelt it down in a furnace, and I'll get 2 iron ingots. So basically, you end up doubling the amount of resources that you get with pulverizer. Now, the other use that this pulverizer is for the armor. I'll be able to take the coal, pulverize it into coal dust. There's my pulverized iron. So let's look up nano armor. So to make carbon plate, I need raw carbon. Raw carbon is made from raw carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is made from coal dust. Coal dust is made from pulverizing. Could macerate. Oops. Interesting. Could macerate coal into coal dust. But again, the macerator's crafting recipe, ooh, it's nighttime, is very expensive with 3 diamonds and a bunch of other very expensive items that just not going to go down that path. So, put that away. Put that away. The other thing that the pulverizer does, and I ran out of fuel, is it gives you a chance to get additional resources. And in this case, we got pulverized ferrous metal. Not very useful, but at the same time, extra resources might come in handy at some point down the road, so I'm not going to argue. Now I will put the 8 of them in here, and they will smelt up to be iron ingots. Thus, I double the amount of resources that I have. Very nice. The machine here, you can see different colors on it. So there's a red box here, there's a yellow box here. There's actually a blue box on this side. Basically, this is blue, this is red, this is yellow. So if you're piping stuff in with pipes, or if you have containers, it would flow to the side with the color. So in this case, if we put something into the rolling machine that the pulverizer could manipulate, it would actually leave the rolling machine and enter the pulverizer automatically, because the blue is on this side and that's touching this machine. For us, this really isn't going to change much, because I'm not really going to get into automating too much. But you can change that all here in this little interface. So if I click on this yellow here, the top changes. So now it's orange. And that's basically saying anything here can come out the top. If I change it again, now yellow is not going to come out the top, it's going to try to go out the bottom. If I turn it off, now there's no indication for where yellow should go. This is just going to sit there. So that's how you would manipulate that. This is done. I have 8 new iron ingots. Alright. So we have those 2 machines. Now, going back to nano armor, going to need a couple other machines. So you see that there's a compressor, and we've already got a pulverizer to make our coal dust. Macerator can make coal dust. So what's a compressor? Well, that is a different type of machine. Fairly easy enough to make. A bunch of smooth stone, electric circuit, and a machine block. Machine block is refined iron, and refined iron is basically iron that's been smelted a second time. Okay? An electric circuit is refined iron, some copper cabling, and some redstone. Copper cable is 3 copper, 6 rubber. Alright. All this is very easy enough to make. The complicated part is this engine is not going to power that particular machine. I'm going to need a different type of power generation. And just as a reminder, there's two different types of power in Feed the Beast. There are MJs, which are primarily made by engines, and then there are EU, which are made by generators, such as a windmill, a water mill, geothermal generator, nuclear generator. I guess that'd be nuclear reactor. Solar panels would all generate EU. We are going to go with, and I kind of went over this in Season 2, but just retouch it. We are actually going to go with the geothermal generator. Wind power, you basically need to be up at around level 150 to get about 1.5 EUs per tick. So, got to be very, very far up in the air to get a little bit of power. Water mills are considered low voltage. I would need to have so many water mills. It's not funny, and not really going to get a lot of power out of it. So not really worth the hassle of building a bunch of them just to get a little bit of power. Nuclear power, yeah, I really don't want anything to go boom. Solar panels, pretty expensive, so we're going to go with the geothermal, which means we're going to need to take a trip to the nether. And yes, I remember that's where I last died. Thanks for reminding me. But we're going to make trips there to get lava and power this thing. And while we're at it, we're going to want to build storage for the EU. That way, when we get the nanosuit, we'll be able to charge it up too. So I'm going to finish smelting and pulverizing this iron, and then I will bring you back when I have that taken care of and we are working on building the compressor and then the geothermal generator. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're gonna need to wrap up here soon, but just wanted to go over this real quick. So this is how you make a battery. So we need a copper cable. So how I made that, 2 redstone for 10 ingots, and we get an RE battery. RE battery is needed for the generator, and we're going to use this recipe. This is an iron furnace, so you can make an iron furnace with 8 iron ingots, or a furnace and 5 iron ingots. And then you need 3 refined iron anyway, so pretty much same amount of iron. But I happen to have a furnace, so that's the one I'm going to use. Now, before I put this in here, the machine block, again, was just refined iron, 8 of them in a block. If you place it here on the table, you can get the 8 ingots back. So it is a nice little way to store refined iron, just as an FYI. So here we have a generator. We'll need that, 2 refined iron, empty cells. That's 10 in that configuration. You get 4 of them. So we'll need that, 4 glass, 2 refined iron, and the generator goes in there. And that's your geothermal generator. The compressor. Oops. I've forgotten how to do that. The compressor is, oh yes, that's right. The electric circuit machine block and 6 stones. Alright. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the MJ machines on this side of the road, and over here I will put down that and the compressor. And because the compressor is right next to the generator, it will automatically feed into it. Now, the generator is smart in that I can put a bucket of lava in here, and it will use the lava until all storage devices that it's connected to are full. Once they're full, it does not keep running. That's very useful. Whereas this thing will just keep on running no matter what. Now in this case, I might as well keep charging it. It doesn't really matter because, there's nothing really in there. So here we have the first 12 pieces of coal dust to make raw carbon. Raw carbon. The two of those together make carbon mesh. And then you put that into a powered compressor and it would compress it. So put that away. And we will get this out. Grab this piece of lava. And we will drop that in here. Now, you can see this on the front. That's showing that it's using the lava. It has a bit of a storage capacity inside of it. This has very little storage capacity. And here's my first piece of carbon plate. You can upgrade the storage capacity. You can upgrade, you can overclock it so that it processes faster, and you can put transformer upgrades. This is considered, I honestly don't know what type of power this is considered. Obviously I could accept it, so it's probably low voltage. There probably still is some lava in here, but the battery is full, so it's not using it. Now, if I remember correctly, I thought, yes, so we have some obsidian. For looks, and we have, yep, fire charge to light it. Put that away. Put that away. I'm actually going to make several buckets. Because this is going to be, there's going to be a lot of trips that I'm going to need to make. So that's 7 buckets. And I'm going to make it over here. And I'm going to cut here because everybody knows how to make one of these. Make it and then bring it right back. Alright. So here's the fire charge. We're going to start this up, and I think we're going to end it here. In the next episode, we'll go on through, we'll start grabbing some lava, See if we can find another fortress in the vicinity. I don't want to go exploring it right now, but if we can find one on the large map when we go in, that'll be good. If not, we might need to make another jetpack, because that's definitely gonna make it easier navigating around in the nether. So, with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode.